let's start from the very beginning. Definitely didn't have the journey that I expected, but it ended up being in my favor. Alrighty, hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal content. It's been very requested on my channel for me to sit down and kind of talk to you about my journey of how I became a CNA, how I got into nursing school, like what schooling I did to get into nursing school, and all of that. So I thought that I would go ahead and make that video for you guys so I don't have to make y'all wait any longer. I do apologize. I've been super busy with nursing school, so I'm not as active on here as I would like to be, but just bear with me. If y'all can stick through it until I graduate, I will have way more time to focus and put my time into this channel, which is what I'm wanting to do. So without further ado, let's get into it and let's talk about my journey. So let's start from the very beginning. I graduated high school in 2019 and I went to Texas State University and my major was in nursing, of course. So I planned on having like the traditional 4-year nursing, 2 years of undergrad and 2 years at Texas State's nursing school, but that did not go as planned, so I ended up finishing all of my prereqs and moving back home. My plan was to get into a nursing school back home, a small junior college. Unfortunately, they lost my application in the mail, and so I still had to move back home because that's what I had planned regardless of if I got in, because I didn't really think that I wouldn't get in. So I moved home. This was about almost a year ago. I moved home in August of 2021, so yes, almost a year ago, or it was a year ago. Anyways, that's beside the point. And I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I have to take a year off. Like, what? I'm gonna be so behind. I was beating myself up. I didn't know if I should try to apply for spring enrollment schools or what to do. So I decided to get CNA certified and get a hospital job. And I'm very thankful that this is the way that my journey took me, because to this day, almost 2 years later, I am a CNA and I have learned so much from it. So basically the CNA course that I took was through Arlington, Texas, and it was only a 2-week course. I know some people say they have a year-long CNA program or 6 months or something like that. Mine was short and sweet and to the point. So I finished that summer, and I started working in August of 2021 as a tech. Yeah. So I was at my first tech job from August to April when I moved here, and it was great. I learned a lot, loved all my coworkers, all of that. And then since being here, I have worked at 2 different facilities. Right now I'm on a medical surgical unit. It's basically surgical, but we do get some medical patients. So basically with being a CNA, I have had some people question what I do at work and what my job role is. So I wanted to clarify that for y'all, because I do get some confusion with surgical techs in the operating room. So a surgical tech in the operating room is the surgeon's assistant. They help hand people, things. They help, they help in the operating room. And then I'm a medical surgical technician on a surgical unit in the hospital, not in the OR. So just to clarify that. So basically what comes with being a CNA or a PCT or a PCA or a medical surgical tech, they're all the same things, is we get vital signs, We make sure the patient's clean, taken care of, they can eat. If they can't eat on their own, we feed them. We bathe them, clean up their room, answer the call lights. Basically anything that our patients need, we are there for them, and we help them out alongside the nurse. So from there, I applied to a few schools, one being UT Health Science Center in San Antonio, and I didn't get in. So then I applied to the school that I'm at now, very last minute, and I happened to get in. Like, I literally, you guys, I applied 2 days before the due date of the application for this fall start, and I was like, oh my God. But I'm very thankful that I am where I'm at right now, and I'm thankful for the journey that led to where I am now. So to get into nursing school, let's backtrack a little bit. So now I gave y'all kind of a rundown of my past. To get into nursing school, you have to take all these prereqs like A&P, micro, biology, chemistry, history, English, and algebra. So I took all of those, and my undergrad GPA was a 3.6. What got me not being able to get into UT San Antonio was my T-score. I took it once, and I told myself I would never take it again. It's just, tests are not my thing. They just don't work with me. So I could have done a little better on that, and maybe could have ended up in a university setting, but I ended up getting into the program I'm at right now. It's a 1.5, 2-year associates in nursing degree, and then I'll go back and get my bachelor's after that. But right now we're almost done with the first semester. We'll be done in a few weeks, around Christmas time. And then we'll be starting my second semester, which is crazy to me. It's gone by so fast. But basically, that's my journey. I definitely didn't have the journey that I expected, but it ended up being in my favor. I would recommend to all of y'all watching that want to be nursing majors, that want to be techs, be a tech. Do it. It's not the funnest job in the world, but it's rewarding, and you learn a lot. You retain a lot more than you think. Because going into nursing school, I was kind of worried. I was like, I've been around these things. I hear all this terminology, but has any of it actually stuck with me? And will it actually help me? And it helped tremendously. Like, especially in my first course, most of the stuff that I learned was not new to me. Like, I had been around it, I had heard it, I had at least been exposed to it once, And so even now, like me, when I go into a test and have to critically think, even if I don't know the answer off the top of my head, my background knowledge of like, okay, what have I seen this nurse doing in this situation? Or what have I seen them doing? Or what have I heard them say? And literally just become a sponge. Listen to everything, retain everything, and it'll help you so much in nursing school. And I definitely am very thankful for my journey and where I ended up and how everything unfolded. And yeah, so that's a little bit about how I became a tech, how I got into nursing school, what I did to get into nursing school. Not everyone's journey is perfect, you guys, and you're never too old or too young to start. If you're thinking about changing and becoming a nurse, it is worth it. It's tough. It is very tough, but it is 100% worth it. It's very rewarding, but it's not easy. But I am open to any questions that any of y'all have. I hope this was informative. I am not very good at these sit-down videos. I feel like I'm just spiraling and talking. But if any of y'all have any more questions and want me to touch base on certain topics or any of that, please let me know. I hope this helped answer some of y'all's questions or make some of y'all feel better about how you're not on the journey you expected to be, but I'm just here to say that sometimes things don't work out the way they're supposed to for a reason, and that your journey is not over and great things are to come in the future. So I appreciate all of you guys. I hope this helped, and I hope y'all have a great day, and stay tuned for next week's video, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.